Hi everyone, Connie Stewart with SimplySimpleStamping.com. I'm really excited to be here today to share with you how I created this sweet little angel. I thought this would be perfect for Christmas or on a baby's gift. I mean, who doesn't love a little angel on a baby gift? And I actually shared this on my website earlier, and I had an overwhelming response that you guys wanted to see a video on how to make it. So I'm really excited to share with you just how easy this little angel is to make. So we're going to go ahead and get started. Well, the focus of my angel, the base of it, I should say, is actually the Bigz gift bow die from Stampin Up. I love this die. I've really found a lot of different ways to use it. And with the holidays right around the corner, yes, they are. Whether you want to face it or not, they are. This is a must-have die. Let me tell you, I am just having a blast, and my packages are going to be gorgeous this year. So what I'm going to do with the die, I'm going to take 2 pieces of Whisper White cardstock, and this is just, or not 2 pieces, it's actually 1 piece, 8.5 by 11, cut in half. So it's 8.5 by 5.5. I'm going to lay that on my die. Yes, both of them together. It's perfectly fine. The Bigz dies can handle that. You're going to sandwich that between 2 of your cutting plates and then run that through your Big Shot. All right, so when we have that done, we're going to have all our pieces all cut out and ready to go. So now that we have those cut, let's go ahead and start to put our angel together. I'm going to start with the biggest piece, and yes, you're going to have 2 of them, but we're only going to be using 1. And what I'm going to have you do is take a bone folder, and I just want to kind of break down the fibers in this cardstock a little bit. I think you can see it was almost like curling ribbon. I just wanted to give it a little curl so that when I put it together, it's not going to want to fight me and give me a hard crease. I'm using the Multipurpose liquid glue, and I'm just going to put a little bit there and press that together. I'm going to put a little bit over here. Try not to go crazy with the glue. It's really strong stuff, but you don't want it oozing out. And in fact, I should have brought this in. I'm sorry. I usually always bring in a silicone mat when I work, because this little silicone mat will help me release any of this glue that might ooze out, because it happens, right? So I've got that part of my bow done. And to save time, I took the other 2 pieces that were just those single ones. I curled it with the bone folder in the exact same way and glued those together on the tabs. All right, just trying to save a little time there, so that is already done for you. So I'm going to bring in my bow here, and we're going to do a little bit of gluing. Actually, let me go ahead and put this, oh, there we go, a little bit on here and here. Okay, when I glue these wings on, I'm going to put them in the back, but I don't want to go up too high. I found if you try to make her wings too fluffy, she kind of looks weird. So let's not make her look weird. We want her to look pretty. So I'm going to just glue these on the back. And what's nice too with working with that Tombow glue, you have a little bit of time to work here. So I'm going to give that a press. Make sure I've got that. You'll see I twisted. There we go. Like I said, it is very forgiving glue. I'm going to give that just a slight bend down so I can work. Okay, we've got that part done. Let's come in now with the 2 pieces. We actually have 4 altogether, but we're going to just glue these together. I did it in advance, and I think you can see I literally just lined up the points. Okay, just line those both up, and I've glued that together. On another one of them, I have Stampin Dimensionals on both sides of one of these little tails. So we're going to peel the backings off of that. We're going to stick this one right here in the middle, and then I'm going to take my wings and press that onto the other mini glue dot. So we've got, you can see my angel's really coming together nicely. Now we also had these little white tabs that came off of the die, and I'm going to put a little glue on that just down here at the bottom, or you could go ahead and put the glue there. But we're going to adhere that to the center, and that's going to give me the ability to glue her head in place. So I'm going to set this off to the side for just a moment, and then we're going to start to work on her sweet little face. So let me bring in my 2 pieces of cardstock. I'm going to be using Blushing Bride and So Saffron. There's not an exact size. You know how punch art is. We just start pulling out our scraps, so you're good. For her face, if you'll use the 1 3/8 inch circle punch, and we're going to punch that out. And while we've got that cardstock, I'm also going to come in with the word window punch and punch out one of those as well. With the Saffron, we're going to work on her hair, and I'm going to begin with the 1 1/4 inch scallop circle. And I'm just going to punch that. I don't want to punch right out of the middle, and you'll see why, because I'm going to create her hair here. And for her hair, I want the 1 3/4 inch circle punch. And what I'm going to do is bring that, I'm going to actually bring that, is it up that high? We'll come to about right here. And I kind of want to line it up here on both sides a little bit. And we're going to give that a punch. Now, I want to cut some of this off. And I'm just going to line it up here with one of the little scallops so that I get kind of nice hair. Can you see it coming together now? And to give it a little dimension, because it was a little flat, I've got some Daffodil Delight Classic ink on a sponge. And I'm just going to sponge that on there just a little bit, just to kind of give it even more of a halo effect, because, you know, she's just beautiful and awesome. Okay, let me go ahead and set that off to the side. And I'm going to do one last thing for her, and that is her halo. I'm going to use some silver glimmer paper. This is about a 2.5 by 2.5 inch square. Again, scrap is great for this, okay? I'm going to come back in, same 1 1/4 inch scallop circle, and I'm going to punch that, save that. We are going to use that here in a minute. I'm going to then come in with the 1 3/4 inch circle. And just like we did for her hair, we're just going to do that again and punch that out. All right, so we've got that. I'm not worried about that extra there. We can leave that alone. Okay, so we're going to put our sweet little angel face on. I'm going to come in with a basic black marker. And I know some of you, I'm probably going to send you over the edge because I'm going to make you draw. I can't draw to save my life, and I think you're going to see that here in a minute. I'm just drawing on, oh yeah, that's really bad. Put some little eyelashes on her, give her a sweet little, I don't know, she's got a crooked smile. She looks a little naughty. But anyway, I've got her little face on there. I'm going to take a strawberry slush ink pad and a Q-tip to make her little rosy cheeks. Dip it in your ink pad, and then off to the side, I want you to get a lot of that ink off. We don't want too much. And you can just come in and give her some little rosy cheeks. Trust me, a little goes a long way, so you don't need a lot of it. Oh, but a little didn't go too far there. Let's try that again. Oh, and now I got too much. Well, hopefully you guys are with me there. So she's blushing because she was real naughty, right? Okay, yeah, we're going to go with that. That's why she's like that. Boy, it's a good thing I had another one made up for you. Okay, so let's pretend that was my little face. Okay, we can go ahead now and attach her hair. So to do that, bringing in my silicone mat because I'm kind of messy, I'm going to put just a little bit of glue here up at the top and just a tiny bit down the sides, but I don't want it to go crazy. So we will now just adhere that hair on there. And now to do her halo, we're just going to adhere that right on the back. Now I've learned something about Glimmer paper. Glimmer paper and glue, snail, all of those, they have relationship problems. They just do. I'm sorry. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a couple dimensionals. Dimensionals and glimmer paper seem to get along really well. So we're going to go with some dimensionals here on the back. And I'm going to put her halo on. And again, definitely using the silicone mat here because you know, I might not be catching all of that dimensional. I don't want it to stick to my paper. So there's her little halo. She's looking great. Now let's go ahead and bring in our angel body. And we can go ahead and adhere that right here. So to do that, I'm going to put some glue right there. And see how that's lifted? This works out perfect because I can, make sure I'm getting in the camera shot, bring that in and slide it down. And we'll give her a little bit of a neck. And that's going to hold that in place for me. We're going to let that dry. Looking good. Okay, I am going to set that off to the side. Let me kind of show you what the back looks like there. Okay, we'll go ahead and set that off to the side for a minute. And now we can work on the banner that's going to go across and her little hands. Now I've got some soft Sky soft Sky cardstock here. As far as what size to cut it, that's really going to depend on your stamped sentiment. So this one I decided to do a Hello Baby, and this is from Sweet Essentials, and I believe I've got that cut at 1/2 inch. Yes, 1/2 inch by 4 1/4, and I just cut it, and I did some scoring on it. And really, again, the scoring is really going to be determined on how long your sentiment is. But if you'll just give yourself, you know, either an 1/8 of an inch or a 1/4 of an inch score equal on both sides. Let me check this one again. Yes, I did 3/4 of an inch and 1 inch on both sides to fit this one. So you can see though, when I give that a fold, it really helps my little sentiment really pop. I like that. So yep, there was my Happy Christmas. I've decided to change it to Hello Baby for this one. And then that little piece of word window that we cut out, we're just going to cut it in half. And we're going to adhere this onto the, oops, a little too much. See, man, that glue's like going crazy on me today. Let's add a little bit there. And we're going to put her hands on. And we don't want them to be too big. So I'm just going to kind of lightly adhere them there on the back. Now I gotta be real honest with you guys, punch art is not my thing, so I hope you guys aren't sitting there going, oh my gosh, what is that girl doing? Because it's really not my thing. I'm going to bring in my mat again because I want to give this a little press, but I don't want to get glue on my paper. So all right, we got her sweet little hands on, and now we're ready to bring her back in. Before I adhere this, you remember we had that little glimmer. I thought this looked really ugly, so we're going to add a Stampin' Dimensional. We kind of need a dimensional here because we've got all this lift going on. And this is just going to kind of fill in a gap, and hey, it adds more sparkle, and we're all about sparkle, aren't we? All right. So to put my, have her holding that sentiment, we'll put a little more glue. Hey, it came out a little bit this time. What a deal. And we're just going to adhere it. I'm kind of focusing so her hands look like they're coming out from behind her sleeve, and I'm just going to give that a little press. Hold my tongue just right. I think we're adhered. I'm going to come in there and just give that a little press. This is the part that always makes me nervous. All right, I think we have it. Woohoo! I'm so excited. All right, so there's my Happy Christmas and my Hello Baby Angels. They're just precious. I hope you guys found that useful, and that's just another great way for you to use that gift bow die. Thinking outside of the box. We love that, don't we? So don't be scared of the punch art like I was. It really was a little bit easier than I thought. It just kind of, it just made me think a little bit, didn't it? Okay. Well, hey, I appreciate you guys tuning in to simplysimplestamping.com. You are awesome. I love your comments. I love your orders. Thank you so much for that. I really appreciate it. That's one of the things that allows me to keep bringing these videos to you. So remember, all the products that I use today, you can find all of that at simplysimplestamping.com. I have an online order button. You can order in your jammies. You can order on Christmas Day. I mean, hey, whatever works for you. I'm going to be there 24/7. Simplysimplestamping.com. I'm there for all your Stampin' Up! Products. Thank you guys again so much for tuning in. Have a terrific day, and we'll see you soon. Bye-bye.